Hello everyone, welcome back to the series of the complete Python specifically designed for GATE, data science and artificial intelligence. My motive for this course is to provide you the complete material to crack the GATE DA exam with below 100 rank. Okay, let's start with this next session, that is Python user inputs. How we take the inputs in Python. Fine, okay. So let's see different ways to take the input from the user in Python. Actually, there is an input function which we use to take the input in the Python. And this input functions take the input always in the form of the string. Whatever input you will give, this will return it as a string only. This will take input as a string only. Fine, okay. So this is the syntax how we take the input. So input, here is the function, and this will print on the screen that okay, enter the value, and whatever value you will enter, that will store into this variable in the form of string. Whatever input you will give, by default that will be taken as input in the form of string only by this input function. That's it. But still, if you want to take the input in any other format, maybe integer, then you can use the int function. Okay, you can take the input and put it inside the int function. So this will get converted, this string get converted into the int. So we can take the input as a string only, but we are converting it into the integer, or we can convert it into the float. Whatever input we are taking, that is in string, but that will be converted into the float by using this float constructor function. So this way we can receive the input in the form of integer. So here we are taking the input by using the input function, and this input will be converted into the integer, and then okay, in the form of integer we are storing it into this variable int num. Similar way we can do with the float also. We take the input, convert it into the float, and after converting, okay, we are storing into this variable. So by default we are taking the input in the form of string. This function, input function, is giving us input in the form of string, but it's not compulsory that okay, if we want input as an integer or string, we can use these int and float constructor functions. Fine, okay. We can also take multiple inputs all together in Python. Multiple inputs we can also take all together. How we can take that? Actually, we have two methods for that. We can use two methods. First method we can use is the split method. With the input function, we can use the split method to take the multiple inputs from the user, and another way is by using map with split function. Okay, so by using map and split also we can take the multiple inputs. So let's see what are the difference between them, and how we can receive the input by using these two different methods. So first, by using the split method. So here is the syntax. We take the input. Here also we are taking the just input by the input function only, but whatever input you are giving, that is split into multiple inputs. For example, I am writing over here, how are you? How are you? I am writing. So this statement I write. So this will be taken as three inputs, 1, 2, 3, and this will store in X, Y and Z. So space will be considered as the delimiter to separate one input from other. Okay, by default we are not giving any symbol in this function. So by default this will consider whenever the space will be there, he will say that okay, up to here one input is there, and the second input is starting from here and up to the next space, and next is this one. So three input will be considered based upon this space. 3 input will be considered over here, and that will store into this variable. That's it. So just add the split function with the input, and we can give multiple inputs by using the split function. Fine, okay. So here the split is actually, still we are taking the input as a string only. If we want to take the input in other data type, for example integer, so we can use the map function, integer, float, whatever. So simply the syntax is that in the map function we are telling okay, take the input in this format, in integer format. So whatever input we will enter, that will be converted into the mapped in the form of integer. And we are splitting the input also. Okay, we are splitting the input and converting it into the integer, and then okay, we are assigning them to these variables. For example, I'm writing okay 10, 20, 30. So if I'm writing this, so if I'm giving this input from this function, then this will be split wherever the space will be there. This will be split based upon that. So one input, second input, third input, and these all will be initially this will be string, because we know that input function always take input as a string only, but this will be converted into the integer. I can write float also over here. Okay, so this will be converted into the integer and stored in these three variables. So a value will be 10, b value will be 20, and c value will be 30. Fine, that's it. So this is how we can take multiple inputs also. So let's see all this stuff in our Jupyter notebook to get more understanding. So I'm going to the Jupyter notebook, and let's do the same thing over here. Let's do the same thing over here. Let me make the heading first. User input in Python. Okay, so let me make this heading, mark down it, and let's write a statement to receive the user input. I'm receiving some value. Okay, maybe some value I'm receiving. Maybe by using the input function we can receive the value. Let's suppose I'm asking okay, what is your okay X name. So I'm asking this thing from you. So you need to enter this thing. Okay, you are not allowed to lie. So let me execute this code. Now see, we can enter the input over here. So let's suppose your X name is Sonia. Okay, your X name is Sonia, simply enter. So your X name is Sonia, we just take the input as a string and that's stored into this variable. Okay, let me print this. So that you feel happy after seeing your X name. Let me execute this statement. Yes, so here you are printing the Sonia. Okay, so we receive the input, that's it, we receive the input. You can receive the input in the form of integer and float also by using int constructor and float constructor. Let me do that also. Okay, let me take some variable over here, int num. Okay, in the form of integer I'm taking. For that I'm taking int function. Okay, int function, taking the input, calling the input function. Let's suppose okay, I'm asking okay, what is her phone number. Now I'm asking the phone number of your X. What is her phone number? Okay, so you are not allowed to lie. You need to tell the truth. Okay, what is your X phone number? So let me execute this code, and let me tell the phone number. Write the phone number of your X, 987654321. So this is the phone number of your X. We get the phone number of your X. Let me okay show you this phone number. We receive it. Let me print this. Print int num. Okay, so let me print this. So yes, we receive your X phone number. Let me take the input and convert it into the float also. Float num is equal to, by taking the float function, just in input, take the input by input function and then convert it into the float. That's it. Maybe I can ask you okay, in how many years you were in the relationship. So in how many years you were in relationship. So okay, you need to tell me that thing. So let's execute this code. So maybe you are saying that sir, we were very serious about our relation. For almost 10.5 years we were in the relation. From our childhood, this was our childhood love actually. Okay, so 10.5 float number gets stored into this variable. Let me print this. Okay, so we can receive the input in the form of integer and float also. By default that is string, but we can convert it into integer and float by using int and float functions. That's it. So let me print this, float num. Let me print this. So yes, this is number of years you were in relationship. Fine. Okay, Now let me make another heading and show you we can receive multiple inputs also. Let me make the heading multiple input in Python. How to receive multiple input? Let me mark down it and show you how you receive. Simply, okay, x comma y comma z. Let me receive 3 inputs. Okay, so but we have two methods. One is split method we can use, and one is map split. Okay, map plus split. So first, okay, I'm using the split method I'm using over here. So first of all, let me receive the input by using input function. So okay, can you tell me the names of your new relations? Names of your new. So you have now new relation. There she has gone now. You have new relations. So relations. So tell me, okay, what are your new relations? Okay, we need to add the split function over here. So maybe so that we can receive the multiple inputs. I'm adding the split function. That's it, and I'm executing it. So now we can enter the new names over here. Maybe your new new friend name is Ankita and one is Pooja. You have multiple girlfriend now, Ankita, Pooja, or maybe Anshu. Okay, so let me execute it. So now you have 3 new girlfriends with you. Let me print the name of your girlfriend. Okay, x comma y comma z. So these are the name of your new girlfriend. Yes, Ankita, Anikta. This is Anikta now. Anikta, Pooja, and Anshu. These 3 are your new girlfriends. We can use the map and split function also to receive the data in any other data type also. So here we receive the data in the form of string, but we can receive it in the form of integer also, float also, by using the map. So let me just try to receive. So let me receive A, B and C, 3 data. We can receive 1 data, 2 data, 3 data. How much you can receive? Let me map it in the form of integer. Okay, whatever I will receive, we map it in the form of integer. So let's ask what are their age? What are their age? So let's ask the age to these girls. What are their age? Whatever input we are taking, so we are receiving multiple. So I'm using the split function to split whatever we will receive. We will split it into multiple inputs. Okay, based upon the space, wherever whenever we will get the space, up to that place there will be one input. Okay, let me execute. That's it. So let me enter the age. Okay, the age of your first girlfriend is 20, let's suppose, and second one is 30, or maybe third one is 40. So your girlfriend age are 20, 30 and 40. So that's it, and let me try to print their age over here. Okay, let me try to print. So I know that they must be lying. They must be lying about her age. They must be having even 5 years more older. So be careful. Okay, so here we printed their age, that is 20, 30 and 40. So we receive it as an integer. We receive the input. By default we receive it as a string, but we can map it to any other data type. Like here we map it to the integer. So yes, we receive the input simply by using the input function over here, and after that here we receive it in the form of string, and after that, okay, we converted it input in the form of integer and float we can convert. We can receive multiple inputs also. We can receive multiple input just by adding the split function. So wherever the space will be there, up to there will be one input. So here there was space between Anikta and Pooja. So Anikta will become one string and another one is the Pooja, and so on. We can receive the input in the form of multiple inputs in the form of any other data type also by using map function. So we converted whatever input we are receiving, we are converted it into the integer by using the map function. Fine, okay. So this is how we receive the input in Python. Let me go back to my PPT. Hooray, we completed next session also. Stay tuned with me to crack the GATE DA exam. See you in the next class.